More madness from the neo-fascist Christian right in this country. The top Republican in the Pennsylvania State Senate is promising he's going to carry out a broad review of the 2020 election results in Pennsylvania because, there are doubts about the election's legitimacy. So we're going to have to re-examine the votes, but only in the battleground states like Pennsylvania, like Arizona, like Georgia 3 times. Georgia never was a battleground state, but it became one. This freak's name is Jake Corman, state senator. He is president pro temp of the GOP-controlled chamber. I'm reading this from the New York Times. And he made the comments in an interview with a right-wing radio host. Oh, surprise, surprise. I wonder if Larry Elder. Oh, my God. Now, this freak's comments are the strongest sign yet that Pennsylvania, which Biden won by about 100,000 votes, Pennsylvania is going to press forward with a review of the 2020 results. We're coming up on a goddamn year since the election. But not to worry, the Christian fascists will not surrender. Oh, no. Oh, no. In spite of the fact that there is no evidence whatsoever of voter fraud that would have anything to do with the election results. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But that doesn't matter to the Christian fascists. If they decide they're going to try to screw up the election because that's what Jesus wants them to do, then by God, that's what they are going to do. And now Pennsylvania is in the gun sight, the Lord's gun sight. Now, in that radio interview with some Christian fascist freak, Corman said that he wanted to begin, quote, almost immediately, and the hearings would begin this week. And he added that he expected, this according to the New York Times, he expected to use the full power of the Pennsylvania General Assembly, including subpoenas, to conduct the review, which he referred to as a, quote, forensic investigation, end quote. They love that. All of a sudden, the Christian fascists have found the word forensic. Ooh, it has such a foreign sound to it. Forensic. Oh, my God, a forensic investigation. This freak said this, quote, we can bring people in. We can put them under oath. We can subpoena records. And that's what we need to do. And that's what we're going to do. And so we're going to move forward. Well, there's another freak there. This guy, Doug Mastriano, another Christian fascist, Republican, vocal proponent of the orange vomit. The orange vomit's lies about the election. Mastriano has called for a review of results in 3 counties. Now, according to the Times, until recently, the chairperson of the Senate Intergovernmental Operations Committee, that's Mastriano, he sent letters requesting ballots, records, and machines from Philadelphia County, which encompasses the state's largest city, and I might add, the largest population of black folk. Yes, indeed. Which Mr. Biden won with over 80% of the vote. And then Mastriano also wants all the records from York County, which Trump won handily. That's a false flag operation there. And Tioga County in the northern part of the state, which Trump also carried with ease. Now, all 3 of these counties more or less said, fuck you. So Mastriano's legal authority to enforce what he's asking for remains unclear. They're not exactly sure. Mastriano, this crazy Christian fascist, I'm sure he'll come up with something. Now, last week, Corman, the guy who's going to ask for a full state recount, removed Mastriano from his position as chair of the committee and installed somebody else, State Senator Chris Douche, also a Republican, to lead the panel and oversee the review. And the reason he replaced Mastriano with Chris Douche, that's his name, is because Chris Douche is even more of a Christian fascist. Or somebody might say more of a douche. Who knows? And in that interview, Corman expressed his own doubts about the election. He said this, quote, "I don't necessarily have faith in the results. I think that there were many problems in our election that we need to get to the bottom of," end quote. Now, then we have another freak ass named Jason Thompson, who is identified by the New York Times as a spokesman for this Christian fascist white guy, Corman. And Jake Thompson said that they were, quote, "We're not setting a hard cap on how long the audit will take. But I can't comment further because many of the details of the audit plan are still being worked out, and Senator Douche will need a little more time to settle on the final approach," end quote. Well, how would you pronounce D-U-S-H? Senator Douche. Now, Veronica de Graffenried was the acting secretary of the Commonwealth, Secretary of State of Pennsylvania, who oversees Pennsylvania's elections. She has told counties don't participate in this craziness. And she noted that any inspection of voting machines by uncredentialed third parties, like what is happening in Arizona, would result in the decertification of those voting machines, which is what's happened in Arizona. And that counties would have to bear the considerable cost of replacing the equipment. Oh, God. Is this ever going to stop? No, it is never going to stop. Never. If Joe Biden lives long enough to be reelected and is reelected, this will continue to go on. This is going to go on and on and on until, as I've said several times, Trump steps off this mortal coil and goes and joins his friend Rush Limbaugh, and they can suck cigars in the particular hell space that's been reserved for them. Oh, I get so tired of this. I know you do too. But we will soldier on, won't we, truth seekers? We will continue with our last breath, if necessary, crawling across the hot, dry desert, insistent on continuing our struggle for truth, justice, and the American way. Right. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.